lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Here we calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick your lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the boom. Hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune. No fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into none other than the most competitive fest that the whole India is witnessing right now. It is obviously Mythic Showdown Season 3, and we are obviously going to be going into the day number 3 itself as well. And we are definitely going to be looking forward to what the teams have to bring to us, because we're going to be going towards the losers bracket itself. And obviously, to be casting and being the voice of the game is going to be myself, Ray, joined by none other than Baldudo himself. I do apologize for the slight bit of latency issues from my end, but it's going to be fixed, hopefully. Until then, Baldudo, how are you feeling, man? We are finally back into, of course, the grand battlefield where we will get the next champion in this Season 3, and the road has just started.
Bilkul. I mean, with the way the matches have been going, with the way the matches have been going so far, we already have seen that, the team's initial Swiss day has ended. We had a winners and a losers bracket now. So right now, with this day 3, we're going to be looking at the losers bracket, the 0-1 bracket. And these teams will be playing against each other to secure a slot to go back to the top, to go make it to the playoffs. And I think the question is very simple. The teams have already faced a loss now. So I don't think any team would be wanting to take the L's once again. So with that, Ray, I think the draft is going to be pretty straightforward from both sides. I think the patch has been analyzed quite a bit in the 1 week time we had left. In fact, we got a holiday yesterday. So with that, I think the teams got a little bit more time to prepare themselves for the day 3.
Yeah, hopefully my end is fixed. But anyways, you're true about that, because we've had quite a lot of time already, because to be fair, it dropped in the middle of the women's tournament was going on, and the female players were already very keen on trying out the new picks, but some of them worked out, some of them definitely did not. But I feel like right now they've had ample time to research and ample time to basically get their things together. Not the female players, but right now obviously the male players himself, because we're right now at Mythic Showdown Season 3, and we're right now looking forward to what they can bring. We had 2 back-to-back days of obviously quite mean matchups, right? Where it felt like some matches definitely went quite one-sided. Tonight, though, because both of these teams are kind of in that 0-1 brackets, I'm interested to see, are they going to be on equal grounds, or the disparity will again be proving very high?
Well, one thing we know for sure is that not every team in this losers bracket is, the kind, like, they have not had the same performance that got them into this bracket. I mean, some teams were a lot closer. They were very close to winning. It was a few errors. Some would be forced errors by the winners. Some were just silly errors by these teams. And it was a straight up, walkover for the other teams with the way some teams have performed. I'm not going to take any names yet, but whoever has watched the first day 1 would kind of have an idea as to where exactly some of these teams are lacking. So now what you have in the Swiss day is it's a little more forgiving than direct knockouts, because you don't get much time. You don't get another opportunity to prove yourself. So these teams have been blessed with the second opportunity to continue competing in the Mythic Showdown Season 3. So if they want a spot at that LAN, they got to step up, man, big time.
Absolutely. Like I've mentioned right at the day 1, they right now play from their homes, right? But if they want the cheers of the crowd, they have to step up their performances. You cannot obviously be in front of the crowd before you actually qualify from this stage on. And it's really good that Swiss stage still puts you in a place where you keep on getting chances again and again, instead of, the round robin phase where you fight everyone, right? There can be a chances that you might be actually not be prepared to face, let's for particular say 3 teams, right? So now you're gambling the chances with the 4. But on the Swiss stage, you're going to be meeting only teams that have perhaps lost the same momentum as you. So maybe that might play a psychological part, honestly. But I'm not too sure regarding that. But I guess it does. I mean, it makes things a little bit more fair instead of you feeling like, hey, we are just fighting dominant teams every day, right? So it should be maybe playing into the favor, but hopefully the draft starts pretty soon. We do have 40 seconds left on the clock. It is obviously talking back towards the teams, it is Azalea Bloom right now, quite well known into the scene. They are in the elite leaderboards and they have been grinding ever since the 2026 has started. To be fair, I believe they set up on 2025 itself, but 2026 is where they started showing up in the community tournaments. And of course, CRQ, I believe everybody's very familiar with them, even though, to be fair, the whole lineup has been different this time around, right?
Yeah. I mean, CRQ as the organization has made a pretty good name for itself. They've been quite active ever since the esports community in India really started popping off. They've been there from the very beginning. And like you mentioned, the lineups have changed quite a bit. But the thing is, these are not like absolutely new players. I mean, I think that is a worry most teams would have. But it's just something we see quite common in the Indian sports scene, that the players just, it's like club football, man. I mean, you just see the players signing new contracts to new teams. They like the wages more, they like the conditions more. The weather might be off in one boot camp, so they're gonna show up here. So with that, CRQ Prime wants to make its mark over here in the Mythic Showdown 3, and it's going to be against AZB. And we've seen how well AZB has been, how consistent they've been performing. I think they are definitely one of the top teams to be playing. So I think but the thing is, only one of these teams is going to be getting the points today.
Yep. And that's what makes it really hard, as you're going to be in the loser brackets. It is true that one of these teams are right now aspiring to get back, but one of those teams won't be able to get that, of course, the chance. They will once again go back to that 0-2 brackets where they risk the chance at an elimination. So to obviously avoid that, both these two teams have to fight tooth and neck if they do not want to end up in the state. Absolutely, you can climb back from that point. We've seen teams climb back from that point and actually reach top 4 in LAN event. It has happened before, from Meta Ninja to Godlike to even SA2L, right? We've seen them go towards the loser brackets and come back, but for some, it didn't happen, right? For example, last season we had Venom, who could not make it back. Then we had a few other squads who fell down and they were never able to find the momentum, and they were unfortunately eliminated from the Swiss stage due to, obviously, the knockout. And hopefully, I mean, we hate to see it, but one of this team will have to face a fate. So let's see which team is able to kind of avoid that as soon as possible. And considering this is still a best of 1 series, right? It makes things harder, because we've seen even the best of the best teams bite dust to teams that you'd consider like not even top 10. It's because best of 1 is very unpredictable. It is basically the 7th game in a BO7 without knowing any of the previous games. You're basically fighting for the elimination in a way, even though you're still going to be in competition.
Exactly. So a BO3, while it is just as interesting, I feel like the BO1 format, the stakes could not be higher. I mean, it is straightforward. Like with BO3, you still have hope of securing 1 point compared to the 2 you could get for yourself. So we'll have to see what exactly can these teams do. So right now, I think we're going to be heading into the draft in just a few more moments, Ray. But what do you feel about these teams right now, the way they've been playing? You did mention that a lot of teams failed to bounce back, because I think that's how the legend of Godlike started. I mean, they went to the losers bracket and then they just stopped losing for a while. I think for a few months, I think every single LAN was basically belonging to Godlike. So do you think this lineup, with the change that they've had in their lineup now, do you think Godlike could give off that same performance? What do you think?
They've had a few imports, correct, right? So I do believe it is going to be changing things quite a lot, because they are no longer fighting the Godlike. I mean, all the opposing teams that have defeated a Godlike after their, taking the throne in Mythic Showdown Season 2. We've seen Godlike, let's be honest, they have not had any wins, right? It's been SA2L defeating them, as well as True Reapers taking them out, and through the MLMS as well. Godlike has been really close to a championship multiple times, but they were not able to fit up the crown once more. The last crown they lifted was this tournament itself, Mythic Showdown. So it just raises the question, do they still have the spark? But to be fair, with right now having new additions, new experience, and obviously new knowledge from outside India, that could definitely help them, improve quite a lot more, considering the other teams have tremendously seen the benefits. Like True Reapers is a good example of itself, right? They have gotten the slot into EWC because obviously they were able to not just utilize the fact that they played into the Indian meta, they faced Indian teams, they were able to obviously find someone that was able to give them the knowledge, because having the knowledge of global meta is really important if you want to shoot big up in the sky.
For sure. I mean, a lot of teams, I think we've seen, especially newer teams which are like having a good performance, but not at that championship or contender level teams. A lot of the times what happens is they get a grasp on the early patch really quick. We see them perform so well in the first half of the patch. But what happens is, even if there are no adjustments, once the patch actually matures, I mean, teams actually get comfortable playing around it. When you play a hero long enough, you kind of know, like, okay, this particular niche hero pick works against it. Right. So a lot of times these teams kind of struggle because they've not spent enough time going through film. A lot of times we've also seen really good teams kind of get a little overconfident by not doing analysis or research on these underdog teams. We kind of forget that every single team which has made it to this stage has players who have that one hero which they're absolutely mastered. Like at least one of the heroes. Like I remember when Bid popped onto the scene, there was almost zero respect for his Luo. I remember like people like, why is the Luo being picked in the first place? I mean, this is not a meta pick. We should be going for Eve every single time. I remember when Zujin and Skypiercer was such an awkward concept. I was like, why are people doing that? But now every single person, the first item you see on the Zujin, like either he's going for glowing or they're going for the Skypiercer. So, that's how stuff like that changes. What was really new back then is become like common ball knowledge now. So the question is, are we going to get some new interesting things in this patch? Are there going to be any changes? Or is it going to be a very staple patch like we had that tank jungle situation a while back?
I think currently the patch is a bit of a mix-up still for a lot of teams, because they are trying to juggle the fact that the older patch, where... I mean, we're still in the form of the tank jungle, right? We're still seeing the Baksha, the Fredrin, and even a Kai pop up here and there. But okay, looks like we're going to be getting finally the drafting phase. It is going to be the expanding river map, and Azalea Bloom is going to be getting the first pick. That puts them in a good advantage, because right now they do not have to make mandatory bans into the Marcel or the Zushin, unless their strategy is going to be different, Baldo.
For sure. And right now the draft has begun. AZB with the first pick, and they take out the Fredrin instantly. And I'm kind of surprised. Normally you don't see the Fredrin being taken out usually as the first prio. We're seeing Akai and Baksha a lot more contested as a pick. And CRQ instantly takes out CRQ Prime. It's okay, CRP instead of CRQ. So I got a bit confused there. I thought it was a different team. But yeah, they're going to be taking out the Paquito. I think that makes perfect sense, man. I mean, this hero is a little too annoying to deal with right now. So, fair play.
Yeah, I really don't like this hero at this point. I don't know. I understand he just got a little bit of an adjustment. It doesn't feel like a mountain of buffs, but holy heck, I feel like that was enough for him to honestly kick back into the meta. And he's been causing havoc not for the EXP lane. He loses to a lot of fighters. That's not the point. It's the fact that he rotates fast. He causes a lot of issues to your back line.
So much dive potential. But the second ban is going to be the Akai. The tank jungles are the prio for Azalea. We might just see a Baksha ban once again. Amazing respect ban coming in from CRQ. Not because someone plays the Marcel good. I think everyone can play the Marcel good, because that's how annoying this hero is.
Yeah.
The Marcel is performing a little too good. I mean, it felt like that. Marcel right now feels like the much stronger version of Chip when Chip came out. You get it? Like, yeah. It's a little way too annoying. I mean, Chip, you can still counter it out with a Carmel or something, but with Marcel, you just have to be perfect every single team fight. A small mistake from your team and you get punished so heavily.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I believe, Chip, I guess that's relevant enough comparison, but I compare him to the Rome version of Gord. He's basically annoying. Gord is not way at all overpowered. You cannot say Gord is overpowered. People will slap you. But is he annoying? Is he a complete nuisance to be dealing with? Absolutely. Marcel is like that Gord thing. He's just constantly annoying you with his He doesn't have to immobilize it anymore, but his golden hour is still a massive pain on your behind. Literally your like the back line to be dealing with, because you don't want the freeze to be happening. It's 2 seconds now, but still it's a massive annoying thing to be dealing with. I cannot phrase it enough. Like, I cannot emphasize how annoying it is. And also the fact that right now you no longer need to just use projectile heroes like AK, the Granger, the Kimi, or the Zetian, or the Farsa. You can use anything and it works. That honestly created the biggest impact, I believe. But with the Freya ban, let's see what the first pick is going to be. Zushin?
Okay. Oh, Zushin is open. I mean, that's a good option for them. If they want to play safe, they could just lock in the Phobius in lane. They could take the Harith. And yeah, Zushin, too much to give up. And I think the happiest person right now is not Azalea Bloom for picking up the Zushin. I think it's Ray, because he gets to see the Zushin being played up. I think I'll have to probably stop casting whenever Zushin is the one in the team fight. But with that being said, instantly the response, CRQ Prime, they pick up the Bakshia, the only tank jungle left, and the Phobius. We knew the safe bet was coming up. Glue again. I don't know what to think of this Glue pick. I mean, it's been very 50-50 the way it's performing. It's either working too well or it's absolutely horrendous for the team. Like, there's no in between with the Glue.
Yeah, the Glue is so weird, isn't it? Like, either he's dominating the heck, I mean, obviously not getting Savage or something, he's able to provide so much of zoning out potential, so much of picking off potential as well with, of course, his grab, that it basically changes the whole pace of the game, or he's just getting melted and he's not providing any value other than obviously being someone that is might actually be feeding. I mean, unintentionally, because he's just that weak. I believe it's something with the scaling, but for sure, I've been seeing a lot lately. I feel, was it the MPL ID? Could be, because lately I've been seeing the Zushin. If there's a Zushin, there's going to be a Glue going to be followed up immediately. Bonus points if there is no Alice on the opposing side, because which it is right now, because there's Phobius. Alice eats up the Glue, because guess what? The little what was it? Patricks, the little Patricks. The little Patricks help you regen to full HP for the Alice, which is something that you really need to counterpick. But I guess Azalea just played their cards well, and they knew, hey, they're gonna go to Phobius.
For sure. And right now, I think the reason people are going for the Glue with the Zushin is, I think the main issue that Zushin has is, since she's going for Sky, she kind of loses out on that early damage. And while she's really good at zoning, her lane clear takes a hit, especially since the initial the nerfs we saw kind of messed up with her mana consumption. Yeah. So with that being said, Glue is insane at lane clearing. I mean, he can take out waves so fast. It might not be as fast as Paquito, but for a roamer, having a lane clearing as strong as a good 8-tier XP laner, I think that's a big bonus that actually activates the Zushin and lets her rotate fast. Because a lot of times we see Zushin comps not working because the other team just prevents the Zushin from rotating lanes. Like, she's kind of stuck clearing minions because the opponent team manages the waves better. And right now, that Guni pick, I think it makes sense. It's a little too early to pick any other jungler right now for the side of AZB. And since they saw the Bakshia, they know it's a very easy target to jump. And with the Violet Requiem, it's an additional immune for handling this Phobius too. Because we know how aggressive Phobius players like to get. The second they see the passive activate on someone, they have to drop that monolith on them.
Yeah, and also I believe another really perfect thing that Glue actually works, he's a bit of a pick-off hero when you consider the fact that if you try to escape, he pulls you back in, which really synergizes well with the fact that Zushin wants to pick up a target and throw it away. It is a perfect, interaction, because most of the other rumors kind of mess with the fact that Zushin picks off, right? It's the fact that, because Glue itself, when attached, it counts as the enemy hero, doesn't it? Instead of another chain CC, because guess what? When the Kaja pulls in, or for a Franco, or an Akai, or any hero with a CC with the pick of the Kalia, it can mess up with the fact that Zushin was trying to pick up the target. Glue does not. It's an interaction, a very smooth one, and I believe that is a very key part. That's why we're going to be seeing the Glue and the Zushin a lot more, until obviously either of them get a little bit more nerfed in the mid-season. But let's not hope for the Zushin one. Glue can get nerfed, I don't care. But yeah, let's see the next few.
No, don't say that. Glue is my top 3. You can't say that.
Okay, for Baltiri,
Leo, Pack, and Glue. Leo, Glue, Pack, actually, in that order for me. So yeah, I've seen all my favorite heroes have been getting played these patches. I mean, Leo has fallen off, but he had his time to shine. But looking at the bans, Harith and Glue God both make perfect sense because you don't want to give that to CRQ Prime. And Moscow pick I mean, I'm kind of confused why CRQ actually took away both the Claude and the carry. Ideally, I would have probably preferred them picking up the Claude for themselves, and they could round their draft off with the God because the God, so not the God. Actually, the Kimi is actually great. Kimi would be a great option for CRQ Prime because they already have a lot of crowd control. They have a lot of sets. What they need up is early raw damage outburst, and with the kind of front line they have, they can afford to have another marksmanish mage. And she's a good option against the Zujin too. She can keep her range. She can movement speed gives her a decent amount of escape against whatever Azalea has actually picked up right now. And that's the Kimi pick over there.
Yeah,
I mean, it had to be that. There was not anything left. There was nothing good left at that point.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? You can indeed go for a god, but guess what? You're going to be very vulnerable to that jumping skirt lady, and obviously that's from Shinmen Takezo, by the way, and obviously CC and even the glue itself, even the Zushin. You have too much threat. In fact, yes, God can maintain good amount of distance, but it is a little bit of a risky pick. You can go for the Zetian actually to combine with the Atlas's ultimate to really go for a wombo combo, but guess what? She's also going to be vulnerable the moment her passive or protection is gone. So the best one obviously is going to be someone that has a range that can actually escape. And guess what? It was the Kimi. You just laid it out perfectly, and that's what they exactly do. Baldaru might be the actual secret coach for CRQ. I might not know, but hey, jokes aside, we're going to be seeing a bunch of Purifies. Makes sense because there's an Atlas in front and a Glue and a Guinevere as well. But I'm really curious to see the execution being laid out perfectly because they honestly have quite a lot of perfect picks. The Clint one a bit confuses me slightly. Not completely. I see the vision, but yes, slightly. But of course, the draft for CRQ, though, it looks really perfectly well made, tailor-made, in fact. But how well they'll be comparing to AZB is going to be the biggest question right now in today's Best of One series of day number 3, ladies and gentlemen, in Mythic Showdown Season 3 of this Swiss stage. And I'm really, really looking forward to be going into the Land of Dawn with none other than, of course, my play-by-play talent with me, Baldudu, on the desk.
Yup, and thank you for that, Glaze. I don't think I wanted that, but yeah. With being said, I mean, like you mentioned, that Clint pick, I'm just as confused. I mean, do you not think the Beatrix could have been a better option over here?
I know, right?
With the kind of, yeah, I mean, the Beatrix is doing so well right now. I thought maybe the Beatrix would be a safer bet to actually handle the Atlas because camps and AZB is going in for a very interesting strat because if it's their camp, it's our camp. They're playing a kurkure ad right now. Kyunki jo tera hai, mera hai. But right now, Guni clearing out all the camps. She knows that CRQ can't actually afford to go in for an invade with the lineup they're fielding. But lot of bodies in the mid lane. We might see a lot of pressure onto the glue. He does hit his level 2, but that is all she wrote for now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the Kimi, they have exceptionally been able to pressure the mid lane quite a bit, but seeing that obviously they will still pressure the mid lane only, Ezo seeing the golden opportunity, like you mentioned, what's yours is mind strategy and went in for all the green creeps will be impacting the top lane.
Oh my god, CC, that dash is so good for her as Glue goes in for the re-engage. He's going to stun chain them. He's going to immobilize, lock them right now. But the slow coming in from Kimi with Atlas's frigid breath is going to be enough to hold them down. But right now, Bakshir tries to go in for the same thing. Repeat what the Guru said with his Zujin. We might be seeing the first blood. Retribution has been popped. Where is the damage? It's not there.
Sadly,
why did the Guni disengage? Guni disengaged, but right now Kimi gets popped out really low. She has to back off. Will she survive? And the answer to that is yes. Oh my god, we see a lot of action, lot of HP bars taken down really low, but nothing comes out of it just yet. I mean, Godspeed was in a very, very risky position there, and he gives up that turtle prio for himself. Big engage coming in by 27. It's going to be Ezo with the turtle. They nearly take down Pino. Will he get the kill? The answer to that is no. First blood to Azalea as the jungler gets active.
Yeah, that was... Like, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about the fact that why did Guinevere just suddenly, like, I understand, bruv, like, you want to obviously give Zushin the kill, but, I mean, provide a little bit more backup. Come on, after you saw the Retribution, obviously, that Retribution just changed things. He was able to regenerate back a little bit of that HP. It just They could have honestly gotten that first blood, even a mid lane one, but it's okay. Regardless, they still get the kill onto 27. And right now, the turtle is also into their favor. They have a good head start. But obviously, a head start is not everything. They have to keep an eye out on none other than Crisis. He's going to be obviously a Crisis, but that's a Purify. Baited out completely.
There's a Puri bait coming in. Now Kimi is going to be a lot more vulnerable to Rahul set on that glue. It's going to be much easier to catch him out. And yep, without the flicker, the Kimi has to be a lot more passive in the early game onward. She can't step out too much. She's handling the Zuzhan. She has to worry about a Guni. CC can pop out from lane anytime. She's a lot more mobile than 27 on that Phobius. But right now, there is Shaq looking for the set. Catches two. There's the engage coming in. Zuzhan pops the ult. Mac could come in anytime. Crisis comes in for the fight. Where are the members? They're going in. Rahul getting caught out really deep. Huge damage. Ingo gets the kill. Can they make it two? No. Cloud gets taken down. That's 2-for-1 trade. Make it 3 as Cloud will have his revenge taken by Rahul as they take down Godspeed. And I think Azalea is going to be very happy walking away for the fight. You just took down the Zuzhan, but you paid a very heavy price for it, man. Because the Zuzhan still does not have a spell.
Exactly. She did not lose much about it. I mean, maybe just a slight bit of a few minion waves, but she's not someone that needs to snowball right now. Like you mentioned, she doesn't even have the Sky Base, so she did not lose any of value, but the side of CRQ, they're losing quite a bit. Yep, she's going to be building towards, by the looks of it, a glowing wand. She does not want to go for a snowball, by the looks of it. Wants to provide the anti first, but no, the turtle...
Okay, Rahul, I think he's taking too long to get onto the ult. He might just be bursted down. And the answer to that is definitely they're going to dive on. Pino will have to back off. And now Izo zoned away from the turtle. But now Cloud is going to make his way back in. Oh, man, coming in. 2-man immobilized. 27. The Manuart pushes away the members of Azalea. And now that turtle firmly belongs in the hands of Godspeed. What a start and what a turnaround. The head start that you mentioned, Ray, it was not permanent. CRQ has completely turned that around.
Absolutely, and would you look at that? While you were saying, I was noticing the kind of that 1v2 situation towards the top lane. Pino gets taken out, and with this, the score has been equalized. They got the head start, maybe a few seconds, but CRQ have basically run their lap and matched up and came back to the same spot. And Azalea right now, they have to consider the fact that they have obviously a composition that can play a late game, but let's be honest, the Kimi and the Moskov combination in the late game is just way too much for them to be taking, considering they don't even have the strongest of the front liners. They have obviously the glue. Recently EXP turned into the gold, Rome, and we are getting a little bit of a caster prediction here. Kind of funny to see our faces, but hey, okay, bottom lane, they force out a Purify, but looks like we all agree that Azalea Bloom should be able to take this game.
Okay, I might just have a little ACV bias because I love the players over there. But like, you love the Zuzhan, I love the dude playing the Zuzhan. Okay, that sounds hella pause. That's a hella pause situation. I gotta explain that. He's my boy, he's my homie. But yeah, with that being said, CRQ Prime, I really love Godspeed as a jungler, but I genuinely don't like him on the tank jungles, man. I feel like he's being restricted by the patch. He's so good on the assassins. I mean, his lance, it was so fun to cast for. But right now, as we speak in the mid lane, we might be seeing an engage coming in. Rahul does use up a skill too. Will not catch anyone. Zuzhan does pick up that Sky Piercer finally. So that threat has to be watched out for as Crisis on the bot lane takes away that turret. And it is kind of interesting. The Clint is losing the lane prior to a Moskov.
I guess that's numbers advantage. Bakshia has been providing quite a bit of backup to him, but yeah, it is still weird. But mid lane, still the pressure has been maintained from the side of AZB. But let's look at it towards the turtle. Obviously, having the Bakshia still gives you the edge in the turtle fight. Let's see though. The anti-heal might be coming in.
The fight has become very, very messy. 27 all the way in the back, but right now, Izo will miss up the Violet Requiem. The SOD will not connect. Cloud in the midst of it all. He wants to get those stats. He's chasing on to Godspeed. Godspeed zoned away. Turf point Shaq. He needs to get the jump anytime soon. Kimi dives in. Will we see the set? It's not going to come just yet. 27 dives back in. The members of Azalea getting pushed back. They're all low. Will we see a kill? Not just yet, but finally CRQ Prime once again will get the turtle for themselves. As Crisis is the one to pick it up. Time and time again, we're seeing AZB's draft does not afford them the opportunity and the freedom to be taking fights this long. They keep taking the fights too long and they lose them out. And once again, Crisis cleans up the top side as he is getting fed, man, right now. He's getting too much gold.
It's looking ugly for the side of AZB because they just lost out the bottom lane to Crisis. Right now, they lost the top lane. That's 2 turrets he has taken consecutively. Gonna be giving him ample amount of gold. Crisis does want to equalize it by taking down the bottom lane, by just letting the minions do its own thing without getting into much of a trouble. Right now, the goal has slightly shifted towards the side of CRQ Prime, but that's the thing, is that it can honestly shift back, but how is a question. AZB right now, their game plan is pretty much clear, to give Ezo still the opportunity. Okay, they are going for it in the mid lane. That's the kill right there.
No! Cloud gets the kill, gets the first Sky Piercer stack online. Rahul really low. Will he survive? The answer to that is no, as the Tortoise Passance with the shield. Unity is gonna get them. But right now, Cloud trying to zone them away, but that is all she wrote. It's a 1-for-1 trade. And I think Azalea should be a little happy with that because 27, despite the KDA not showing so, that man has been an absolute menace in the backline, man. He's putting on too much pressure to Azalea right now. And look at the aggressiveness coming in from Crisis. They're going to dive onto him. Izo misses the jump. He will be punished. Slow chain. Sent back to base. And CC will have to dash back. Oh no, this is not looking good. The Goonie pick, this is the problem. If it works too well. Otherwise, it all depends on that one jump, man. You could do everything perfectly. You miss up that one jump and your KDA just takes a direct negative turn, man. It happens every single time with Goonie.
Yeah, that's the thing. The weakness with Goonie. She also needs someone that is basically going to be pulling up the, the Titanic move. If you jump, I jump kind of stuff. The thing is right now, Glue is not able to give that backup because so far the Kimmy's poke, as well as the fact that Crisis is right now hella fat. Yes, of course, the kills do not show anything right now. They have maintained good of discipline, but look at that. He is done with the Demon Sword.
Ooh, dive coming in. Godspeed gets the catch. They needed that kill on Cloud. They failed to get it. Will they almost do? Purify used up by Cloud. And the Zujin is zoned out from this fight. And without the Zujin, how are you going to contest for this Lord? How are you going to respond to 27 and Crisis right now, man? This dude is farming. And on the top side, jungle. Okay, Godspeed needs help on the jungle ASAP, bro. Godspeed needs help on that Lord ASAP. Yo, Godspeed. Oh no! I was gonna say he's gonna be executed by the Lord. Yo, CRP, you so focused on zoning, you forgot the actual objective. But right now, Rahul goes in, will keep knocked down really low. Cloud going in for the zone. 27 and team will back off. They did get the Lord. What a catch! What a combo! Cloud gets the Sky Piercer stack for him as 27 falls. 2 frontliners taken down by CRQ Prime under no actual pressure.
That was beautiful to see, honestly, to pick off, right? It was beautiful from Cloud coming up with Ezo, combining that valid recruitment. It was a beautiful sight to see. But yeah, let's take a look into the itemization. The Moskov right now has completed the Trinity, which is obviously spelling out the biggest red flag ever, the RED, D for Demon Hunter Sword, right? So it just, how do they deal with the crisis? Literal crisis, because they have been able to right now shut down 27 3 times. Obviously they have to, because he has been posing a massive threat. But the rest of the members, Big Brain, Crisis, what do? They have been trying to get them, but Fatal Links in the mid lane.
Yo, big Fatal Links coming in. Godspeed gets a kill on Max. Oh, 2-man catch. Massive set. Top Boy Shack is also going to be caught out. Godspeed getting taken really low, constantly immobilized. Godspeed now forced to take the long route back home. We see it once again. Izo with the Wild Requiem from the set coming in from Cloud. It's working so beautifully. And Cloud is benefiting, getting so much value, man. I mean, you did say, Ray, that Zujin did not want a snowball, but I think she's getting fed the snowball at this point. Like she's getting hand fed, she's getting spoon fed right now. With that sets coming in, she's making the plays for herself and she's making it happen. And right now, I think the Atlas is not seeing the value that we thought we would. I mean, after that brilliance at the start, I feel like Shaq has kind of taken the backseat in terms of his initiation.
Yeah, we've not seen many Fatal Links, honestly. Yes, there's one Purify, but the rest of the members are kind of a free play, but they're not able to really pick it off yet. And yeah, they have been like trying to find the momentum in the early game, but oh, look at that, in the mid lane, we might finally see him make it. Current call.
Oh no, in the front line, Ezo misses the jump. He's really low. Will he survive? There's the Violet Requiem. That's what we talked about. And that is the kill for Cloud once again. And they're going in. Godspeed. He's going to be pulled back once again. Make it twice. Can we get it for the third time? And the answer is yes. The Zujin is not going to be denied her bounty as Ezo and team will find their way back. The score lead finally shifts in favor of Azalea. They are clawing the comeback back for themselves. And the goal lead that CRQ Prime picked up for themselves is not looking good. Despite getting the Lord, why does it look like Azalea has map control?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because Azalea right now have total 50 stacks right now secured in the middle lane. That's gonna be. Oh, it was a close one. They are just putting on warning shots right now. But yeah, they have found their momentum that they were kind of missing, right? And I was talking about the Guniva needs someone that basically says you jump, I jump kind of thing. Instead of why not just make someone else jump and picking them up? But right now there's gonna be the Atlas coming in. Low.
Okay, the Atlas does not go for the set. Ezo's gonna get the Lord. They're gonna dive in. Godspeed's gonna catch out Rahul as soon as possible. Rahul posts out the flicker as Cloud and team, but Crisis in the back line. He's gonna take a turret. Will he get the turret? He's just gonna force the turret right now. Cloud is trying to zone them out. Crisis just might get the turret objective. He could have just committed on the objective, but he's still going. He might escape it. The answer is no. Max finally gets a kill for himself as Cloud has been stealing it all for himself. Finally, the marksman gets a kill on the scoreboard. But I feel like Crisis could have just overstayed. Since he already overstayed there, he could have taken that turret down too.
Yeah,
I mean,
he kind of
gone all in.
basically, yeah, he kind of fell into the middle. He had his SOD connected. Either retreat towards your teammates, right? Because they're obviously right there, or just push the turret completely. Right now, it's sitting at such a sour place. It's basically barely standing. But hey, let it be. I guess he put his place. But right now, the score is going to be 9-6. Azalea Bloom with a good amount of substantial lead. CRP right now having to force and deal with the consequences of course, Zushin getting spoon-fed those kills. She has 50 stacks, so we just know it. If she dies right now, she's going to be losing substantial amount of it. The Lord's going to be coming up from top lane. Okay, at last, he's just zoning them out, but he's not able to make the fatal links again. To be fair, Ezo did a really smart play last time, using the Violet Requiem as a CC immunity, like a Purify, just to make sure his pickoff is just completely rendered useless. Right now, though, the turrets are going to be blasted, the mins are pushed away. Let's see if it happens once more.
Yo, Shaq is gonna zone them away right now. Top boy makes sure that his team gets the space to clear, but bot lane did take a significant amount of damage, and I feel like that would not have been the case if Crisis actually got that inhibitor, man. It's a big mistake. I mean, you got your first time you got shut down, and with Crisis actually taking the death, it's a lot easier to respond to him because the tempo of the match has shifted. He's not going to be able to play as freely now because once that Moskov has been answered once, I feel like Azalea has figured out the script. I mean, they know what's going to happen now.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because it was at first, we were seeing the combinations, right? 27, he was coming up with the flicker combination. You had obviously big boy Shaq here, I mean top boy, but still, you get my point. Shaq here obviously was trying to make the sets, and Crisis was on the opposite side of the map, trying to push and trying to obviously create those impact. Right now though, the impact is gone. And right now they have cracked the code and they are well aware of what is going to happen. 27, if he tries to make the same play again, he's going to be repeating the same circumstances. That is leading to his 3 deaths. And right now he cannot commit furthermore. He and his whole team right now are just reliant on Crisis and Big Brain to get those itemization fully complete and maybe just go gung-ho into this Lord fight that's going to be pretty soon. They should honestly join this one. Let's see though. Last year with the initiation.
Godspeed, I feel like he went in a little too deep over there and he loses out half of his HP before this Lord Dance even begins. Oh no, Rahul makes the same mistake, goes back in. Both the frontliners initiators going in. Okay, 27 goes in for the dive. They're gonna use up the Winter Crown. Will we see the set soon? Top boy will use up his ult, but not failing to connect on anyone as Max gets the kill. Azalea Bloom will control the tempo. Cloud with the double. As right now, Eno is zoning all the members away. Max with the shutdown onto the members. But it's 4 for 4. Crisis and Cloud. Crisis and Cloud. It's going to be Crisis this time as he gets the triple kill, wiping out Azalea Bloom. And this is CRQ at their prime. Crisis is gonna redeem himself with that play. Triple kill for them, triple kill for him, and a Lord to complete that team fight.
Absolutely. And right now, AZB, despite their massive, substantial lead, what's Crisis doing? He's waiting. Oh, he's waiting for the clock. Okay. Good. Good for him. But yeah, anyways, saying the thing once more is that he was delaying the Lord, right? He knew if he took the Lord just 3 seconds earlier, the Lord would come right now when his teammates were not ready. His lanes are not sync well enough, so he delayed it. Pretty good move. Anyways, but getting back to the point is that in that team fight, it basically toned down to the great positioning that was coming in from Cloud. I mean, kudos to Crisis, but I gotta give it to Cloud. He was in such a perfect position. He was not getting hit by Big Brain, and he was not getting hit by the penetration coming in from Crisis. He was in such a good way to kite and basically obstruct all of the movements that was coming in from the front liners of the side of CRQ Prime. Obviously, I'm just glazing Distribution guy, but still, I'm going to because it was beautiful sight to see. But regardless of course, that's a late game Moskov you're facing. You need someone that can take him out with a good amount of DPS or burst. Zushin does not have either of them right now, especially considering she had right now fought a team fight, her mana all-time low, could not commit completely, if not.
Oh, he's looking for the set. He's gonna catch anything he gets. It's gonna be the glue. He's gonna force out the ultimate. Is he gonna get the ult? Yes, he does, but it doesn't matter. Ashak uses up the flicker, but gets the kill. Winterground baited on a 27. And I think the main reason I think Azalea lost that fight was, I think Sar did not get his Violet Requiem on a real target. That was one. Which is their main source of engage. The second main issue was Rahul went in too deep. He made the misplay over there.
Yeah.
And I think the third one, when they actually lost the tempo of the fight, because they were winning it at the start, was when Eno kind of did not land that connection perfectly. The yo-yo blitz was a little off. The curtain call did not connect. But wait, okay, the stream paused for me and then I just saw Shaq getting taken down. Okay.
It's a roam for roam. They don't get much out of it. Both of the roamers fall down, so both teams are right now going to be sitting at the deficit of course, losing most of the health of their inhibitors. Look at that top lane for the... It's kind of mirroring, isn't it? Both of the teams on their respective bottom lanes have lost basically almost all the HP. So it can be either of the sides. It really sells you the fact that these teams are made equal at the Mythic Showdown. And right now, looking into the itemization, Clint is basically done with the build. He's going full burst, but what's happening towards the top lane? Too much commotion! We know Pino! He gets caught. He's all alone, but on the other side, it's the same thing.
Godspeed. Oh, Crisis! SOD! And he is going to be the disruption. Baits out the immo. Cloud tries to buy the Winter Crown in time, but time is not in his favor. And it's not in Azalea's favor right now. They have lost all their sources of damage. The clock is too hard. It's too long. It's only Rahul and Izo. How are they going to defend these waves against this really fed Crisis? And I think the answer to that might be seen in just a few moments. I don't think Azalea is gonna pull this off right now. Cloud, they just might. They do manage to do it. The Winter Crown is enough to hold on for now. They have to answer the wave on the bot lane. On the bot side, 27 recalls to handle the wave there as they get an inhibitor for free. And the members are going to be coming back soon. Cloud back in 10 seconds. How will Rahul and team hold on? Eno is back. So is Max. Oh no, the set! No, Max! What did you just do? You came back only to be sent off. Rahul now is going to back off. Cloud does get the kill onto Shaq, but he has to handle Crisis. Triple kill for Big Brain. This is over with that SOD, and that is the wipeout. It's only the Aegis, completely undefended. CRQ Prime denying all the predictions that the casters have made and will get that point for themselves.
Basically proved that the fan favorites are not going to be winning in tonight. They obviously regroup after quite a while. And they obviously...
Whoa. Insane stats. Insane damage stats.
70, how much is that actually? The damage taken and damage dealt out together, so it looks like...
Yeah. I was like, I haven't dealt that much damage since I started playing the game.
141,130,000, that is funny. But yeah, jokes aside, wow, 6-7. Anyways, I should not be focusing on that number. It's going to be Crisis getting this MVP onto the Moskov. I believe, obviously, regardless of that, we pretty much knew the MVP was going to be coming into his hands after the play that he made towards the bottom sides, the bush area where we saw the massive team fight break out. A 1 versus 1 happened, and obviously from that point on, CRQ were able to find the mean tempo that absolutely ruined the side of AZB completely. But honestly, it was a high momentum game. It was kind of a bit of over the place towards the late minute. The later paces, especially after the post 17 minutes, right? We started to see a lot of chaos happening throughout the map. A lot of questionable decisions were made, especially, I believe the moment started off like a butterfly effect. It was Godspeed. He went in too deep, and then suddenly Rahul the Destroyer went in a little bit too deep. Team fights kinda started becoming a bit too chaotic. Then we saw Inopino getting taken out kind of pointlessly towards the top lane. He was all alone by himself. You're in the XP laner, true, but you're facing Crisis, who's full build. It's not going to take, even if you were a tank, actually, it's not going to take more than 5 seconds to melt you down. I believe he should have been kind of prepared to face that. And immediately, it completely backfired. Since Inopino was not there, they saw the opportunity, and the SOD connected, and he just came into the fight and just took them out. It was a full-on wipeout. They came into the base. Obviously, someone had to go back to defend their own base, but it did not really matter. Like, you noticed, even Max was making that kind of a whippy-doopy play. It was questionable at best, and he was going full damage. Full burst, I understand you with the Clint, you want to make sure your opponents are gone before they can respawn. As a burst hero, that's your responsibility. But I believe a 1 Rose Gold or a 1 Wind of Nature wouldn't have hurt him, because if he hits State Survive, even for a little bit longer, I believe the situations could have been a little bit different, right? Because Zushin has been time and time again left alone. She can only do so much. She needs a little bit of that backup, and she's not getting it. So, unfortunately, though, this is a best of 1 series. So, Azalea Bloom, they're going to be going to the 0-2 brackets. Almost right now, going to be facing elimination. Hopefully, they climb back up.
And I think it's not. I'm not trying to put blame on Eno, but I feel like he was kind of forced onto a very awkward pick with the CC. Despite when you already made your draft with Zushin, you've made your bed with the Zushin and Glue. You need someone to actually give them the engage. Because, like you said, Guni is all in or all out, and Glue is not a kind of hero that can catch 3-4 people for you. He can't disrupt. He doesn't disrupt a comp by diving into 3 to 4 people. That's very rare with good Glue and Electroscenes. It's usually you catch one, you flicker bait, and then you just be in menace, which is what Rahul did perfectly. I would genuinely prefer the Arlot or a Sora over there. Anything with a little more crowd control, because that curtain call, there's no control that you have over that ult. It's too risky, especially in team fights. The second I drop the ult, it could link on to Atlas, it could link on to Godspeed, it could link on to even Kimi if you're lucky. Yeah, exactly. And it is not the best option, especially when you've already gone to a comp that is so purify heavy in your opponent's side. So I think Azalea Bloom had to fix that draft part over there. I think the XP lane ended up being their weak link because they struggled a lot with lane clear. You're already having a Clint who's not really the best in terms of lane clear. On top of that, you're pairing it up with a CC who is not conventionally a great lane clearer. She's mostly for team fights and lane pressure rather than lane clear. So with that being said, it was a very close game overall. That game could have shifted anywhere, but Crisis took matters into his own hands. He heard us saying, why did you not take the turret? He took the Aegis for himself. And that was a game. That was a fun game. I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, I had a lot of fun. It's kind of funny, you said that they could not find a link with the CC when her whole purpose is to link 2 people together. That's kind of insane. I guess that's the truth. She just could not link people together. But yeah, I really agree with you on the fact that CC's ultimate is random. You target one person, but you can never predict who is going to target into. Going for something more into the guarantee, yes, the Arlot works. Even the Sora, actually. Sora works, I believe, a little bit even better than the Arlot because you have the potential to connect into a lot of people unexpectedly with a combination, right? Even with a flicker. But I believe even funny enough, a goddamn, very standard Yu Zhong or Terizla would have helped up their early game so much so that Moskov would not have gotten to a point where he got so fed, because the Yu Zhong is a looming threat up in the sky and he's going to be always coming up with the Petrify, which would have forced out a few more Purifies for the Guinevere or the Zushin or even the Glue or anybody else, right? So I believe they definitely needed to go a little bit more standard rather than trying to go very creative in the team fight, because you have to remember you did after all lose out the game towards a macro by losing out all the lanes. But anyways, I guess that's going to be enough discussions for this one, because we have still 3 more games, ladies and gentlemen, 3 more best of ones tonight in store for you at Mythic Showdown Season 3 itself. Make sure you do not go anywhere and stay tuned. We'll be right back with a short little break.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Here we call me from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hand, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mythic Showdown. It's day number 3, second match of the game, second match of the day, obviously. And we've got some exciting news for y'all. It's going to be Yama Esports versus The Curse. And hey, if you're not excited about that, on the caster desk, we've got me and also Debbie over here. So we'll make sure that you guys get even more hyped. How are you doing today, Debbie?
Yep, I'm pretty excited to see because this is a 0-1 bracket, Kirks, and it's going to be dire for the teams to at least win this one to stay into the tournament. So it's going to be a very big decider for them, and we have seen how much of an important the best of 1 series are. For today, we have the teams that is going to be Yama Esports, who's been into this tournament scene for a long while, and the other side is going to be the Curse. Their name literally is very, very scary already. So I wanted to see how they're gonna be doing so in this best of 1 series, because best of 1 is a very, very tricky. You don't usually see good teams or even like someone who are used to the best of 3 series doing so well. So everyone have a chance.
Absolutely. I'm betting these guys, The Curse, are actually a big bunch of fans of JJK. That hence the name, obviously. Otherwise, you know, nobody would actually put The Curse as their name in their right minds, obviously. But it does sound scary, yeah. But TC, when I looked at that, it's like the joke that I used to make about, Grok every time I actually put the ultimate on the enemy's faces. Tectonic Charge is also the, full form of TC. It's got a lot of I don't know. I'm out of things to say.
The Curse is it's definitely the name, and then I think there might be a curse for Yama Esports as well, because as we all know, Yama has been into the scene for a long time, like I already mentioned, but they have a bit of a change up, especially into the mid lane side, which I'm quite excited about because Neo has been so versatile in whatever he's been playing. So I'm kind of expecting him to pull out some different heroes again, like he pulled out the Lunox, which is usually not really a hero for a first choice, but I think they can eventually do well here yet again, because last time they were again against the big dogs, so this time around they might eventually have a chance. But the Curse also, they were coming from the qualifiers, which is not an easy feat. It's actually 500 plus teams that they have defeated to reach this pass.
What I'm more excited about, to be honest, is to see Yama Esports and The Curse's jungle rotation strategies, because these guys, yeah, they're at the top of the notch players. They have their tournament names, known throughout all of India. If you are actually keeping up with the competitive scene in India, you know these guys. And well, not The Curse, obviously. This is the first time I've noticed them. Yeah, but if they're here, obviously they are a very, very strong team, and they actually might bring a lot of problems to Yama Esports, and they're standing, at least right now. Overall, if they actually get the jungle control, if they make sure that the enemies actually don't hit level 4, that would be great. If at all they do hit level 4, which is actually kind of very easy now with the new jungle rotation meta, Every creep has been buffed up. Every creep does also have this spawn timer at 25 seconds, so everybody has to go and try to invade the other person. If not, they actually end up giving a free level 5, if possible, to the enemies. So it's going to be hectic on the jungle side, but I don't think I see any potential early game massacres, at least not even in the Litho side nowadays, because you've got a lot of resources on your own side. They won't actually engage on the enemy side. Neither in the neutral side. The river is going to be mostly empty, I believe, because obviously most competitive teams want to stay alive, right, Debbie?
Yep, that's definitely the way it is. So I think this might eventually favor any kind of junglers, whether it might be a slow clearing jungler or a fast clearing jungler, because this time around you have a lot of options to start your buff rotation, your jungle rotation. Usually when there are teams that are a bit aggressive side, they wanna start into the opponent's fire beetle, and that's where they usually do the rotation so that they can get the level 5 when they have reached the turtle timer. That is the 2 minute of the game. And I think that's kind of nasty. And those are the type of risks that Yama Esports can actually bring, because I feel like Raden with his utility jungles have had the advantage into the rotation wise, because he may not be the best into the mechanics, but when we talk about the retribution and the macro, I think he can be up to the top. So they might eventually use that tactic as well.
Absolutely. And I believe that, at least with what you said, right? Most teams try to go and invade the enemy's fire beetle. It's because, obviously Fire Beetle is the one jungle monster, the most, a creature that can actually give you up to 100 gold. The rest, like the Horned Lizard and, obviously the Lava Golem, they give 78 and also 89 gold. And I think the Fire Beetle, including both the forms, if you take both of them down, you get 100 gold, which is the most that you can take away from the enemy. If at all you have someone in the EXP side of things making sure that your Fire Beetle is safe, you can go ahead and invade the enemy's Fire Beetle, make sure that you start off with a good, early game. You might actually end up even getting 1 or 2 kills if you actually attempt to go and invade and come back. You might actually find your team setting up a few good kills for you. You can just come in, use one spell, and then you get maybe 1 or double kill. I think that's the most likely scenario. But again, these two teams are very strong. They know what they're doing, obviously. So I'm kind of hesitant to say that this could be the way that things play out. However, it could be. It's not like it's not an option. It's not like it's not a possibility, but
Okay.
it's something that I would actually be surprised to see this time around if this happens.
And I think, like you said, it's a very high risky award as well. And then with Dark, right? Dark is not really that much of an aggressive XP laner. He's more of a setter, I presume, because the most times that I've seen him play the damage dealer, I think it doesn't really work well for the team, because eventually you kind of need a damage dealer into the XP side when your jungle is mainly based on the utility side. But then again, Dark has been so much more comfortable with the setter heroes. That is really the strength of his. So I think he can bring it up again today, because no matter what the situation is, they have a good damage dealer and a very aggressive mid laner into their side. And I wanna add this again and again, because Neo hasn't been into the tournament for a long while, especially into these big tournaments. He has been there, but he hasn't been into the mid lane side. So I want to see him play something aggressive so that he can be enabled by his team as well. But let's not forget, right? Let's not forget the goal laner that can basically carry the team as well. But when we talk about those gold laner, again, you need a secondary carry, and that comes into the mid side. That usually comes in handy when you have a utility jungle. So if you cannot, if your comfort is not really a damage dealer into the XP side, it's completely okay. You can get a burst made into the mid side, because this is MLBB, man. You have so many choices, you have so many compositions that you can bring onto the table. You don't have to be one-dimensional all the time.
Absolutely. It's like, the opportunity costs for heroes being picked is basically the factorial of every, the number of heroes that are actually released, 133 times factorial of itself. that's a hell of a lot of ways that people can actually draft it itself, and the way that you can use the spells. There's a lot of ways that you can, use certain spells that could be advantageous or disadvantageous to you and your team, obviously.
Mhm.
So the endless number of possibilities. It's not endless, yeah. The amount I've calculated is over 17 billion. That's what I don't know. I'm actually kind of like jobless in that aspect. I like looking at things whenever I actually feel like, yeah, I have this question. What do I do about it? And then I calculate it. There's about 17 billion possible outcomes in, an overall. And yeah, that is kind of overwhelming if you think about it, including all the, invading and all of that. There's so many ways that a game can go wrong and a game can go right. So I could not be surprised if, a thing that a certain team planned didn't go the way they planned it. That would just be very horrendous. But again, it is an MLBB. The way that you can actually predict the way the game will go, that's in itself one of the biggest caveats to your mentality. You do not know how the things are going to go in your favor
Yep.
or against it. So again, this is a game of chance. Oh shit, it is a game of chance.
That's what a game of chance, man. Because, like I said, many thousands, billions of possibilities. Once you thought you mastered the game and the way the rotations come through, a new style just dropped like a new banger, and then you have to redo everything over and over again. This is why usually, there are so much work for the players to do, especially when they don't have coaches, which is not really common in Indian teams, by the way.
Obviously.
Only one or two teams. Yeah, I think only around 3 or 4 teams have coach outside India. But other than that, all the teams that we had in the Mythic Showdown doesn't really have coaches, man. The players are the one doing everything for themselves, and that eventually can come a bit of a burden sometimes. But it's okay because they are players. They know so many things about the game, and I think they also are very exceptional into the draft as well, which is one of the reasons why they are in here. Talking about the way that they are in here, I think the Curse have a good run too. I would like to mention that because Yama Esports are in the invited teams. Not looking down onto the invited teams because they are definitely invited because they are good. But if we talk about the Curse again, like for Azalea Bloom as well, and even Muniya Club, they are out here fighting the battles along the way, right? Best of one, bunches of best of ones, and then you reach out the wild card, and then you reach the qualifiers, and then you make your way up to the Swiss stage. That's a lot of practice that they already have onto the best of one series, and I'm pretty sure more of the team who are from the qualifiers are more well versed with the best of one series rather than the invited teams.
Absolutely. Hey, by the way, there's a little bit of an inconvenience happening right now. Apparently, I'm not the only one that actually is struggling with that. Server issue is actually there, so you can't really find a match. The teams are struggling too, so right now we're gonna have a little bit of a delay here, but we can talk about stuff other than that. How do you think the new jungle meta is actually working, Debbie? What do you think is, the problems with it? Do you think that it actually gives a little bit of a leeway to junglers who were getting invaded? Do you think that it's possible for people to actually make a comeback even though they actually get snowballed? Do you think it actually makes the problem of invasion actually, less effective on the later stages of the game?
It can bite them in the back if there are some teams that actually went for the invasion, and then basically the team that you are invading is doing the exact same thing onto your jungle, and by the time you realize what's happening, it's already gonna be onto a level that's desirable, right? And I think it can have a bit of an ups and down, but I would love to say that the junglers with the better clearance are definitely not at the advantage anymore like they usually were, because now even for assassins, right, forget about the tanky jungles, even for assassins they have much more of a easier time if they level up faster, because assassins, mid-game heroes, if they have that level the level that they need into the early stages of the game, they're gonna be active faster, and that's an anti-invasion invade, right? So that's definitely gonna be a very good sign here, and it's very favorable for any heroes to come through. So maybe this time around, even the buff onto the Link might eventually circle back to that because they wanted him to have a better jungle pattern. But if we talk about the Fanny, I think the Fanny is blue buff. Fanny invade, not invade, but get the buff, go for kills, get the buff. That's a Fanny style. So I don't think it will be applying to Fanny. But other than that, every other jungler is definitely gonna be having so much of a better time. It's really good.
Yeah, true. I kind of see it. I see the possibility of only Fanny being the one that could actually be hampered in this whole patch. Like in the afternoon when I was playing, I played Balmond against the Gushin. In the early game, I was level 6 before the first turtle spawned. I ended up invading. Made a lot of progress through the early stages of the game, up to the 9-minute mark where I was actually getting shut down that time. Let's just say that even though I had an overwhelming snowball, the Gushin had an opportunity in the game and they ended up winning the game, even though we were like way leagues ahead, around 13,000 farm ahead, and they still made a comeback.
What? That's crazy, man. So it's gonna be favorable for Assassin as well. But how did you get level 6 for when the timing of the turtle is already up? What did you do?
So I started off in the gold side, but I didn't go to the lane. I went ahead and got myself the enemy's fire beetle, and then I just rushed the enemy's lava golem. Went back, got my horned lizard, then went to the gold crab, and then went for my buff. And then went to red buff, my lava golem, my fire beetle, and then when I hit the XP lane, I got the first kill there. So by that time, I was level 6, which is kind of too much if I say so myself. I was like, yo, bro, Gushin's level 4. What is he gonna do?
Oh nah. I mean, Gushin is Gushin, man. I mean, Gushin is Gushin. It can be very popular into the ranked games, but it's not really that important. But I think we gotta do something about this because no one wanna hear about our game, man.
Absolutely, my friend. We're gonna be taking a short break because of obviously server issues. If you got any complaints, go talk to the customer service, not us. We'll be out for now. See you guys
in a minute.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Speed up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Calm down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hand, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Get that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Speed up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, we don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's dangerous grass. And yeah,
Oh.
because of all the grass on the field, we were actually kind of like fighting our way, navigating it through to find the match. And we're back finally. Hey, Debbie, what's up?
Yep. Now finally we got it. Yeah, we had to fix the problems that we have had, not from our side, but hey, dangerous grass. So this definitely gonna be a dangerous game, and I think it's gonna be more in favor for the side of the Curse here because they are the first pick. So let's see the bans though. Who is gonna be banning something? Because I don't see TC banning anything out just yet. But with the chase I'm in the meta, right? I cannot even predict what the first ban is gonna be because it's gonna be dependent on what kind of composition the team wants.
I think maybe like going for the focus ban is a very good
Again.
start because then you can actually get some very strong EXP laners like Paquito and all Arbot, Paquito, Freya. You could have them on your side. Freya is not as prominent as she was before, but well, she is still a strong hero nonetheless. But having the focus band is a no-brainer. You can actually get a lot of heroes open after that, and also he's tanky.
He's tanky, man, and even with the nerf, right? He's gonna be still very, very, very solid and valid. But yep, let's see the Boxshot ban and the Freya will ban still, like you said, and the Arlot. Okay, I think the Curse actually watched the game that Yama played against Godlike, and that 0-0 bracket with the start of the Swiss stage where they pick away the Akai and the Arlot together for the combination. They did lose on that, but they already know that Dark might be a little bit too comfortable with the Arlot to let it go.
Yeah, that, but the fact of the matter is you've got two heroes that can actually shut them down, heroes like Freya and also Arlot. Jumping in and banning them off is kind of counterproductive if you know that Phobius and Minstar nobody picked, but still an option. But yeah, Phobius can shut down Arla and make sure that he actually has a tough time. I don't see the possibility of, an Arlot actually being a very good ban here, but like you said, they might have actually watched the previous game and actually gotten an idea as to what, we can use to shut down Dark. I kind of see that, but I still do stand on, my firm belief that Arlot was not ban-worthy here. All in all, we got Arlot being banned off. And what are your thoughts on Zushin? Even after the nerf, I think she's worthy of being banned.
See, it's not going to be as active as he was into the team fight, but it's still worthy of a ban because it's like some guy said a hero, if it's nerfed or not, it's going to be dependent on who the player is. And some heroes like the Zushin is dependent on who that player is. And I think the Cursed have a very well respected mid laner into their side, imagining Hayato will be able to play that well too. So maybe Yama did not want to take chances. And moreover, like we already said before the break, they have a jungler who is well versed onto the utility rather than the assassin. So I think that's one of the reasons why they banned it away.
I understand, but when you mentioned that, if when a hero is nerfed, it depends on who the player is that can actually utilize the nerf or the buff. I feel like my time with Argus is done.
Because it's nerfed? You hate it, right?
He's absolutely stomped the ground, buried 6 feet under with the new updated revamp nobody asked for, by the way. But God. It is what it is. I'm going to switch over to another hero. I'm actually making a lot of progress with a certain hero. I will not share the name.
Not yet?
Pretty strong. He's pretty strong.
Okay.
He's non-meta. He never gets banned.
It's a he, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a he. And he absolutely stomps on people from a range. Surprisingly, this guy stomps people from a range. So if you guys can guess who the hero is, you can understand, and I will personally tell you my build for the hero that can actually one-shot the battle. One shot. Okay, you just need one skill that will, kill a hero. So yeah, I'll give you personally my build for that hero. Again, back to the draft. We've got Akai getting picked. No doubts about it. We were definitely expecting an Akai. Because the guy has been buffed a little bit, and also he's a very strong jungler anyways, so he gets picked. Claude too. But what are your thoughts on Gord and his rising popularity, Debbie?
I love Gold, man, especially when it's very pure up together with a very good mid laner and on aroma, and it's like untouchable. When you go for a front to back composition, the Gold comes in handy, and these teams has been really very comfortable onto that front to back com, and that's where the Gold comes through, and I like the fact that they actually put it out very early on. But onto the Moskov, I think Moskov is one of the rarest hero into the marksman side that it can actually does well against the Akai, so that it can have a knockback. It also have a chance to go for the purify. And when we talk about the Akai, it's one of the pocket picks, not the pocket picks anymore for Raren, because it was his pocket pick when it was out of meta. Now it is a meta, so I think it's definitely gonna be much more prioritized rather than the Fredrin that he usually go for. But Claude is still a Claude. Into the hands of misery, it can be doing wonders. But yeah, still Hylos coming through. I don't know, Hylos just for a 4vs, I would presume. But Yama already have a very, very tanky frontliner here.
Absolutely, and I just realized, this might be out of pocket, but there's this guy called Brian Fury in the team The Curse.
Yeah.
And he picked a hero that looks similar to Brian Fury. This is Brian Fury. Bad.
Oh, okay. With the packs, I can see.
And he looks exactly like Phobius with the white hair and everything, minus the purple skin. This guy's
Oh,
going absolutely haywire with his picks because now he's actually role-playing Brian Fury in Mobile Legends. No surprise here, but we've got Blue on the band. And Blue is more like a solo queue rank ban. I don't see the possibility of him being a big problem in 5-man competitive. Oh, actually, it
Big
could
one?
be, if
Yeah,
the
yeah.
curse actually, they already have their mage. They have to invest in Theranos to actually take care of it. But it is what it
Yeah.
is. I don't understand why you would ban that.
With the way that Yama is going away, I think they, with the tankiness that they had so far, they wanted to ban away the glue so that he cannot really disrupt their frontliner as much as they wanted to. But for Yama now, I think they are going on the damage, a bit of damage into the XP department again, and TC are actually reading it out because they still, for the CC to come through is very highly likely, because if you look at Yama, they already have two tanky frontliners. You don't need any more. You might wanna go for a damage dealer into the XP lane side. Paquito is still available, but then again, there is a 4vs already, so if you wanna take your chances, you can build it up, you can pick it up, but you don't wanna make your life tougher than it already is, so I don't recommend on it. But Yiv ban is very, very good here because Yiv is kind of the only hero that can actually catch up to the board.
That too, but there's a hero that can actually melt down the board from a distance. Farsa is a very good counter to
Farsa?
this guy. And nobody really actually picks him against the board. That's sad, actually, but it is what it is. But with the way things are going, Gord can actually do a lot of damage to the enemy, Oh no, it's 2019 all over again. We've
It's
got
I love this.
Hylos. No, Hylos and Lilia. We've got
Yeah.
2019's deadliest combo ever. Back in action for some reason. Yama Esports are picking that up for their team. I don't think Lilia is going to be that easy to take down as a core player. It'll be difficult, but I kind of don't see the vision behind the picks from the curse. They're individually strong heroes, yeah, and heroes that have been rising in
Oh,
popularity, but I don't see the vision. And Kufra is an underrated hero, even though he's very strong. He's underrated
it's
very
underrated.
badly. Yeah, very badly.
For a reason, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't like a Kufra against a Hylos actually, or even the Akai for the matter, because they usually have an easy cancellation skills into their set, so that can eventually be working against their favor. But if they want to go for a beautiful setup from the Guinevere, I think everything will be dependent onto the jungle side now, because Guinevere jungle is what they actually wanted to go for. But mind you, again, when we talk about Guinevere being good against the tanky jungle, it doesn't have to put Akai in that department, because Akai doesn't really care about the Guinevere. And by the way, Yama still have the Lilia that they picked away to bully the Gord. That's the second hero that can actually go in lane against the Gord. You have so much better clearance. But now I'm kind of worried. Yama, damage dealer or no? Oh, there it goes. The allies instead. Okay, safer pick and much more of a setter hero for Dark now. I like this. I like this for him.
And the fact of the matter is, yeah, there's no dashes, so Phobius can't actually naturally benefit
Oh,
from it.
right.
So
Yeah, yeah,
Phobius
yeah.
is kind of shut down there, except if Alice uses Blood Ode. Hey,
Mhm.
wait, is the first skill of Alice still called Blood Ode, or has it changed?
It's changed. Crimson something. I don't know, man. I don't
Well,
know.
we don't know, but if you guys know,
I don't
drop it
know.
down in the comment section. Make us
I'm not
understand that we're
sure.
lacking in that department. But again, Debbie knows that it's been changed. I'm still back in, 2023, back when
Chinese.
Alice was still
You can
Alice.
still
And,
five. Yeah.
well, it is what it is. I would have actually, liked to see Kufra and like Atlas instead of Kufra in this
Oh
draft.
yeah. At
Uh,
last, yeah, you're
there's
right.
not much mobility spells just because you actually forced out the enemies because of the phobias. They can't have, too many dashes on their
Mm.
side. You got like a hero that benefits from people not being able to, fly around and jump around or flicker off. Atlas would have been much better here than Kufra, but Kufra does do his job properly. But Atlas was much more better against with the Guinevere against these enemies, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, man. Kuvra is a very good pick, but on certain circumstances only, right? So I've really loved the Atlas to come through, but I think again for Yama, it's gonna be a very comfortable early game. So I
True.
wanna see them. Yeah.
Early game, I think that Yama would actually stomp. Moskov does have the ability to buy Berserker's Fury or Trinity if he wants to actually deal with all of these guys. Crit damage is still a viable option against these guys too. But
Mm-hmm.
Gord is one of the heroes that I actually look forward to seeing what he does against all of these tanky frontliners. He's got the slow, he's got the true damage, he's got the utility too. I think he'll be easy to be caught, but all in all, I feel like this guy's going to make a big change in this match. If at all TC stands a chance, it's going to be either Gord or Moskov.
Gord or Moskov. So now that I think about it, the Curse really have that kind of late game that they wanted to go for. But then again, Rio is gonna be the main starter here, right? Which is kind of highly unlikely for the jungles. But how will he go for the sets? Because the squishier target that he can actually go for, they are on Purify. The tankier target will not get bursted down that easily. They need to have a lot of items or a bit of a penetration and a glowing one for the gore for them to burst out the frontliners from Yama. They are very, very strong and tanky. And they also have an Alice already, so the dive will be so much easier. But one thing I would like to talk about still is that the damage coming through from this revamp, the new buffed tanks. Because what do you mean the Minotaur have so much enhanced basic attack? What do you mean that the Kufra have more damage rather than tankiness? Come on, man. What are
Oh,
they trying to do?
talking about that, yeah. I was playing Minotaur recently. I do play tanks only when I play 5-man. I was playing with
Really?
Damien, Jeff, and all of that. I played Minotaur, and I took care
Oh,
of Sun solo. I killed him on my own.
that's what. Sun
It,
Solo?
it was on it was
Yeah,
on the
man.
stream. People were like confused as to how I did it. Damien himself was
Uh-huh.
like, "What?"
What? How? That's
He
the thing,
died.
right?
Yeah, the sun killed him. Yeah, he jumped in, purify. Sorry, not purify, petrify, and everything.
Go to
He was clawed. He got taken down. And then I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna let this monkey go do his business." I just jumped on him and I just punched him to death. I was like, "Bro, I have a
Oh
tank
my
build. How does
god.
that happen?"
A cow killing a monkey. Damn, that's pretty.
Hey, you can't call PETA as well. It's
That's
animal.
a whole stew, man. What's happening there? All right, you know,
Okay,
they're
kill me.
they're kind of changing some stuff that not really, really commended but recommended. But actually, we're gonna you guys.
What are we
I
back
think
here
you guys are tired. They are tired to see us, but what can they do, man?
for?
It's
Absolutely.
the it's the lobby. Lobby
Absolutely.
server is
We
again.
blame customer support. Everyone, get onto your games and make sure that you actually spam call. Is that not spam call? Spam message customer support for help because they need to help us.
Yeah, we are also like, sitting here for like half an hour waiting for the game to start because let's face it, man, casters, we need the game to talk about. What are we gonna talk about if we don't see nothing, right? So,
Hey,
yes, man.
let's talk about how Argus does not actually deserve the nerf that he got.
Okay. So you're
Let's have this
basically
conversation.
saying it's a nerf rather than a buff, right? When they call it a buff.
You can't even call that a nerf. It was absolutely destroyed. Now his game
Oh my
style is
god.
completely changed. You've got to either invest in corrosion scythe or rapid boots early on. And
Mm,
knowing that, corrosion scythe takes twice as much as rapid boots, especially knowing the fact that Argus is the apparently slowest hero in the game right now, 240 movement speed, while even Cho, who has multiple dashes, has 260. Multiple other heroes that don't deserve movement speed have movement speed, and now Argus has 240. Like, bro, just because he's immortal doesn't mean he actually makes sure that nobody actually, gets caught by the dude. Why would you do
yeah.
this? Guy.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty, man. They kind of revoked everything that you are working for. Oh my god. So what is it got supposed to be now? No much of a tankiness that XP laners usually have, not much of a damage that the marksmen have, not much of a jungle clearance that the junglers have. where is he gonna go now? Like into the ignored list? Is he?
That's pretty much it. They want
Oh my
to
God.
introduce a collaboration skin. Now he's busted broken, and now in the other way, on the other
Yeah.
spectrum, where he's just broken and crying in the corner. Poor guy doesn't have any place to go. Absolutely right. Nobody needed attack speed on the second skill. His whole build is crit and attack speed, or Trinity if you wanted to, but nobody really used that back then. Because obviously his passive benefits from crit damage, and that increases his, Malice Energy regen. The second skill does not have the movement speed anymore, so he can't really catch up to people. You give a slowdown to his first skill, the Demonic Grip catches people. Yeah, sure, it stuns the person and it slows them down. What's that gonna do? It was actually originally in the second phase of the first skill where you slash and then you slow the enemies. That would have actually given more of an advantage, but the range of the dash is reduced. That absolutely makes it worthless and does not have any slow effect now. And then the ultimate is now auto-triggerable. You can't die. Great. You can't die. Wow. Enemies can run again and then come back and kill you, because this guy cannot run for anything that he gets. Even if he has to save his life, he's slower than most people. He's slower than Eudora, too.
Wow. Okay, that's like a hero that's not useful, not anymore. At least the Eudora works into the mid lane when she gets enough Sky Piercer stack, at least in rank. But I've never seen from Epic to Mythic that I've ranked so far. I've never seen a single Argus being picked. Oh man, he's basically a non-existing hero anymore, man. Oh my god, this is kind of sad. We might eventually put a funeral for him. I'm not even kidding, but yeah, he's got nice skin though. That's it. That's it. You already have the funeral for the Argus. Oh man, goddamn, that's kind of nasty. But do you have the it's only the Star Wars skin right over the time he was popular. Now it's gone.
I used to be a huge Darth Vader fan back in the day, because Darth Vader was that hero. Sorry, the anti-hero, obviously. Anakin
Anti-hero.
Skywalker, and everything about him from the time that he lost both of his feet to his return arc where he has robotic legs and him being an absolute menace, because bro legit used the Force to annihilate a whole army. So a whole army once gathered around him in the comics, obviously, and then they were like, "You're surrounded, give up," or something like that. I can't remember exactly from the comics, but the moment that he heard that, he was just like, all I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men. It's a dialogue in the game, but this is originally where it's come from. Like in that moment where he was surrounded by a whole army of Jedi soldiers and all of that, he legit just has the most iconic aura farming lines. If you think that most people nowadays farm aura, you should really check Darth Vader. Okay, guys, enough talking about Argus and Darth Vader. We're gonna have the matches tomorrow, so we'll make sure that you guys get compensated for today with even more exciting games. So stay tuned. Make sure that you guys stay hydrated too. So we'll be right back.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place.